Well, shalom everyone from the Tabernacle of David Prophetic Dance Center in Jerusalem. I wanted to encourage you today to think about what you're talking about, because the way that you feel is a direct result of what you're talking about. Of course, what you're thinking about as well. When we talk, are we discerning what we're saying? Are we being led of the Lord, or are we just talking to fill in the space? When we listen to each other, God wants us to listen with our hearts. Of course, it needs to go in through our ears, but we need to be listening with our hearts. We need to make space. Sometimes we think we need to fill in the gaps of the silence, but especially when our friends are grieving, we need to just be quiet and allow them the space, even that empty space, so they feel that that space is theirs to speak. We can move through things so much quicker when we have someone who will hear our hearts. If we don't ever get to share our hearts, we will implode, and that is not good. So we need to make space for our friends to talk and share their hearts. This is really important. And when we listen with our hearts, we truly give our friends a gift. It's a gift of listening, and it truly is a gift, especially in these days. So it's really important. What are we talking about when we come together? Because what we talk about directly affects how we feel, what we think about, and what we talk about. I just wanted to admonish you today. You know, we're called to carry the light of Yeshua, Jesus, salvation. And it's very challenging for many to not talk about the virus, the green passport, and the jab. But you know what? A friend of mine was writing me and offered to talk with me about it if I wanted to talk about it. And I actually said, it's the worst thing for me to talk about. It is not edifying to me at all. I know what's going on, and I pray about it. But to talk about it's just immediately in my spirit, I go, no, that's not. I have the goodness of God to talk about. I have the gospel to talk about. I can listen to my friends. I can share, and I can brag on God. A friend of mine said to me the other day, she was waiting for God to show up and show off. There is so much to brag on God about. There is so much to talk about in what God is doing in and through us. We don't need to be talking like the rest of the world who is feeling downcast and discouraged. If I want to be an encourager, I need to keep my thoughts in the right place so that I'm ready to encourage others when God gives me that opportunity. So let's continue in the struggle rather than giving up and just talking about all these things. That would be not well for me at all. But so that I can continue to be a light. So let me continue to talk about the wonderful things. Let's brag on God today, because He is wonderful and He's worthy to be praised. God bless you from the city of the great King, Yerushalayim.